What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to give you my thoughts about Chris Stuckmann's brand new film, Shelby Oaks. I was very much looking forward to watching this because, as we all know, Chris Stuckmann has been a movie reviewer here on YouTube for a very long time. So to see his vision come to light on the big screen, I was very much looking forward to. High anticipation. The basic premise of the film, we are following the character of Mia, played by Camille Sullivan. In the film, she is searching for her missing sister, Riley. Riley is an amateur paranormal investigator with her own YouTube channel with three other friends. And for the past 12 years, Riley has been missing. And Mia is not giving up hope of finding her. She knows her sister is still alive. Deep down, she can feel it. And so that is what the entire film is about. Now, moving forward with my thoughts and opinions, I am not going to go into a huge amount of detail because I don't want to spoil anything for you. The film did just open, and so I'm going to be spoiler free. There are two main elements about this film that I really did enjoy. I enjoyed the basic setup of the film, the entire premise, a missing sister, a 12-year gap, and the entire element of the paranormal investigation YouTube thing going on. I thought it just made sense because that is the world that Chris comes from, the world of YouTube. So it just seems very natural that he would incorporate that into his film because not only did Chris Stuckmann direct the film, but he also wrote it. So the entire basic setup of the film, I was really enjoying. And the first third of the movie, I was rolling with it. I was invested. I was enjoying what I was seeing in front of me. And that was kind of surprising to me because when it comes to how the film is shot, in the very beginning, it's pretty much found footage style. And that is not my favorite style of a subgenre of horror, but I was into it. So that is always a bonus. If you can flip me 180 and change my mind about something that I don't normally go for, that's always a positive. The other major positive for me when it comes to the film was Camille Sullivan, who plays the character of Mia, who is looking for her missing sister. I thought she was great. I really do feel like Chris played it smart when it came to casting, where he didn't go with someone extremely well known. There were a couple of well known actors in the movie. That was a very nice surprise. Michael Beach and also Keith David are in the film. Not very long, but they do make appearances, which was nice to see. But as far as the sister characters of Riley and Mia, these actresses are not extremely well known. I did kind of like that choice that he chose actresses that are probably just starting off in their careers or they're just not there yet. And I see the potential with a big future career with Camille Sullivan because as the character of Mia, she's going through such an emotional range in the film. This is her sister. She's not seen her in 12 years. She is desperate. She's trying anything and everything to find some kind of clue, to lead her in the right direction. She's analyzing films like crazy, desperate to grasp onto any kind of breadcrumb that could lead her in the right direction. And her emotional range in the film, I thought was very nicely done, believable. And that is the biggest part. I have to believe you, to care about you, to be invested. And I thought Camille Sullivan did a fantastic job of doing that. So I was invested in her and her sister. That is pretty much the only two positives that I have for Shelby Oaks. By the time the movie was done, I was just extremely disappointed because I expected a lot better than what I just saw on screen. Now, the big negative for me is Chris's writing for the film. As far as being a director, I thought Chris Stuckmann did extremely well. And he did impress me with his directing. And I feel like with time, Chris is obviously going to improve more and more. For his first time out as a director, as a filmmaker for this movie, I thought it was solid. But as far as the script goes, I feel like the script had a lot of issues and many problems. Pretty much for me, this film is broken up into 3 parts as far as the script goes. I feel like it starts off very strong. As I mentioned, the basic setup, the found footage, because once we go from found footage, we like towards the middle of the movie, it goes to more traditional type of storytelling. So it's not found footage the entire movie. And that I also appreciated, as not the biggest fan of found footage. So that little bit in the beginning, I did not mind. I was invested because that did set up everything for the character of Riley. The film started strong when it came to the script. When it came to the middle part of the film, it lagged. It lagged and it dragged. And I remember checking my phone about 4 times. And that is not good when your movie is running about 90 minutes. And then when we get to the third act of the movie, I feel like there was a lot thrown at me, and I was just supposed to digest all of this information. And then the way the film ends definitely is not expected. And it's kind of like, what? What happened? What happened here? The overall problem I think Chris Stuckmann had when writing this script, he had a lot to say. And I feel like he had too much to say. Because when I go back and I think about it, because I watched Shelby Oaks on Friday and today is Sunday when I'm recording this review. So I have had about 2 days to sit on my thoughts and opinions about the movie. And after thinking about it, I felt like he kind of almost went the way of telling 2 completely different movies. But he just decided to merge everything into one. And because of that, it was just overly stuffed. It was just too stuffed with too much material, which was really unfortunate because I feel like Shelby Oaks had a lot of potential. Like I said, that beginning was good, rock solid. I'm there. I'm invested. I'm liking the sister characters. I am good. You have me. And then the middle, you lost me. One big problem that I had during the film is that here's kind of like a nitpick when it comes to Chris Stuckmann's directing. There were several moments in the movie where we're building the tension. And I have no problem with building tension. I would rather have some tension building than nothing at all and just have some random jump scare. But I felt like the tension building lasted a little bit too long because there is one specific scene in the film where the lead character of Mia is searching for some clues to point her in the right direction. And there was just this lingering tension moment. And it's like building, building, building. And I'm even thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, Chris, let's get to it. You can pull the trigger now. Okay. And reveal what's going to happen. There were several moments like that throughout the film that lasted way too long. So that really bothered me. And then here's another little nitpick, which really surprises me that Chris allowed this to happen. Because when you are a movie reviewer, things like this, you notice. And they can irritate you. And so because this is what he's been doing for so many years, I am very much surprised that he incorporated something like this into his own movie. So I'm not going to give you a full-on spoiler, but all I'm going to say is that there is a point in the film where the lead character of Mia, something happens where blood is all over her. all over her face, her clothing, like it's everywhere. It's not just one little dot. It's like half of her face. Okay. So blood, another person's blood is all over. What really got to me was that during this entire sequence where she has someone else's blood drenched all over her, she's analyzing film for clues. And this is happening over a period of time because when the event happens, it's light outside. And then when we fast forward to darkness, she still has blood all over her. That is not realistic. If someone else's blood gets on me, I'm looking for the nearest shower. Get these clothes off of me. It's disgusting. Like, it's just not realistic. That I understand the investment of finding her sister, but there's also an investment in cleanliness and just being plain healthy. Someone else's blood, I can understand if it was her blood. Okay, it's my blood, no big deal. But someone else's blood on you? No, thank you. I am washing that off immediately as soon as possible. So just because that was left in the film alone really surprised me because I thought for sure Chris Stuckmann would not allow little things like that we can all see that really bother us, that he would have that in his film. So that's just like one example, that just like, really, Chris, you left that in the film? That's kind of surprising. So overall, is Shelby Oaks worth your time and worth your money? I would say if you're a huge fan of Chris Stuckmann, absolutely go and check out this film because you just want to see his vision on screen. Very much like what I was feeling. I want to see his vision and, his direction with movies and everything. If you're a major fan of his, if you are a subscriber of his, absolutely go and check it out. But if you have absolutely no idea who Chris Stuckmann is, you don't absolutely have to go and see this. If and when it lands on streaming, that would be my best advice to you. But this isn't a 100% guarantee, oh, it's amazing, go and see it, it's phenomenal. I do have to be honest. I feel like Shelby Oaks is one of the most overhyped films of the year because there were a lot of people praising this film out of film festivals and early screenings. And after seeing it, I just don't agree. I don't agree. It kills me to say it, but I don't agree. The film had a lot of potential, but it just does not live up to the hype. Those are my overall thoughts about Shelby Oaks. Comment down below and let me know your opinions about this movie. Just do me a favor and keep it spoiler free. But I'm curious to see what other people are thinking about this film, especially if you are a major fan of Chris Stuckmann. And don't forget that it's always fine to disagree. If you do not agree with me, that is okay. If you absolutely love the film, I'm so happy for you. Unfortunately, that just was not my experience. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you next time.